Hello, my friends, and I hope you're having a fantastic day. And maybe it's just time to stop. I'm not talking about myself. I'm talking about the internet in general. It's just such a pain in the ass sometimes. As always, they're throwing bait out and looking for people to respond. And sometimes people respond and sometimes people don't. And it's a lot of fun to watch in a not fun way. And so, of course, we have the announcement of Legend of Zelda actually being about Zelda. I don't remember what it's called. It's Legend of Zelda Chair of Wisdom or some shit like that. Hold on. Right. Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, where you actually play as Zelda. It's not like nobody's ever played as Zelda before. I mean, that totally hasn't ever happened. Not like Zelda has ever been directly part of saving the Kingdom of Hyrule or anything else like that. I mean, that shit doesn't happen, right? And the sad thing is there's people out there who actually, of course, these are the same people who probably think the game would be better if Zelda was a girl because they're dumb. They don't play games. So now they're looking at it and they're expecting people to be upset because Zelda is the protagonist. Okay, so they're doing something new as opposed to making Link's the weird protagonist in a side game for the millionth time. Woohoo. And they're doing it in an odd way. They're giving her crafting skills and letting her fix her way through Hyrule or whatever. I suppose I should actually read it. Now it looks like the game looks like she basically clones things and uses them. It's a puzzle game with bad guys and Link has gone missing. It's basically the Where's Mario of Legends of Zelda. And nobody who has 3 brain cells cares about the fact that, oh my God, you're playing Zelda. There are literally maybe, I won't lie, I've seen one person who was genuinely upset about it. And they wrote an article and all that stuff. And they got dragged hard. And honestly, that's what we need to do to these people out here saying this whole, oh, I bet these people are upset about it. We need to drag them hard because obviously they have no idea either. I am tired of people pretending that gamers are racist, sexist, blah, blah, blah. I am so tired of being called names because I prefer certain things in games. I am tired of being told that I'm just supposed to take what they make because they worked hard on it. Gosh darn it. It's got to stop. And I know I've said all this stuff before. But right now I'm just kind of rambling because I'm tired. I miss the days when developers made games to see what they could do. I miss the days, like Aaron Flynn said in that interview about Dragon Age, I miss the days when they didn't know the rules. So they didn't know they couldn't break them. And so they broke them because there were no rules. They hadn't seen them before. Now the rules are you have to have this many people that look like this in your game or there's something wrong with it. You have people who say you can't put a female protagonist in a game that's just hot because you're going to make somebody feel bad and it might literally kill other women. Seriously. No, that's not what happens. They want to see if they can make something in that balance that everybody will love. And like I said, that doesn't happen. Tourist is a totally fair insult for people who come in and try to say they know anything about gaming and have no idea about gaming. There are many game devs today who are actual tourists because maybe they played games, but they're not gamers. They're people who want to make money off of games. And you need to do both. You need to want to do both. You need to want to create a game you want to play. Not a game that you want to see yourself in, a game you want to play. There are so many people out there looking to merely get a reaction. You have, of course, the Zelda people. You have this Keza McDonald. She does not understand the intention behind Gamergate. She doesn't understand the intention behind supposed Gamergate 2.0, which I'm going to be entirely honest, was a terrible idea to name the movement Gamergate 2.0. Why would you want to be the repeat of something that really didn't work too well and was already freaking smeared? And she's talking about her simmering rage over misogyny. I'm tired of the misogyny I have to face for not agreeing with other women. I'm tired of having to hear that I'm a pick-me or whatever else they want to call me. Half the time I can't remember anymore because I don't pay attention to that too much. But I'm still tired that it has to pop up at all. You can go through my video about women in gaming, where it's just me expressing my opinion as a woman in gaming. And the number of stupid comments left in there about how, oh, I just want to appeal to other men. I have a man, honey. I don't need another man. More than one is ridiculous. One is almost too much. I'm fine with one. I want to be able to play my video games. I want to have something on the screen that's authentic. I don't want something that's ugly and cobbled together from a various amount of things they think a woman is supposed to be. I want someone who sat down and thought of a person and wrote a person. And these people don't know how to write people because they barely are people. But I mean, of course, this one, I'm not even going to read the article because we know what it says. Why even open it? Why give them the click? We all know what this article says. It says gamers are attacking are attacking game devs, and they're threatening them and leaving out facts like the fact that this even started because a game dev went after a small group on Steam and was harassing them to get them off. And realistically, this wouldn't have happened without that guy doing this. We wouldn't be here. I very well probably wouldn't have a channel talking about this stuff if that hadn't happened. I wouldn't be nearly to 100 videos if that hadn't happened. I would be downstairs crocheting or playing a game, or I'd probably be up here actually streaming a video game as opposed to making this video. But I do feel very strongly about where this culture is going, and I do think that women who actually enjoy games should be talking about this stuff. Because while we might be a minority in the space, our voices are still important to get out there so that people don't think that all women are genuinely like this. Matthew Marsden, I gotta steal this from him. Not all women are like this. Or not all women want to change everything to best fit them. Not all women think that men are out to get them. It's not true. The fact that you get shamed even for saying not all men. And honestly, there's more women who don't give a shit about gaming than women who are out there trying to change it for the negative. The problem is the ones who want to change it for the negative are fucking loud and annoying. And the ones who don't want to change it, we've been sitting back. We've been enjoying our games. We've been thinking, surely they won't go too far. And here they are. They've gone too far. They did it before we could stop it because, a lot of us aren't particularly confrontational unless we're playing in a PvP environment, and we have to be. But attention whores come in all shapes and sizes, male and female. Guy puts out an article saying that, he's the one who's personally going out and doing this because he thinks it's a great idea to just mock people, despite the fact that we've had repeated things coming out to tell us that the things we've been thinking, the things we've been saying are in fact true. You had Niche Gamer who very carefully worded the fact that they couldn't come out and say more because they need to keep their access so they can keep people employed. That Dell guy came out, and while that wasn't his intent to prove the issue, he did. He absolutely proved the issue. The Halo composer comes out and says, yeah, they're trying to stay out of trouble with these people who make a lot of noise online. Because unfortunately, companies are dumb enough to believe marketing companies who think that what happens on the internet is real. How do we tell that we're actually changing things? Because games themselves are changing. Because there are games coming out that are avoiding the whole potential label of being woke. I hate using that word, though. They're avoiding the progressive agenda because they know that people are going to get upset and their games won't sell. They know that people are falling back to retro gaming, to indie gaming, to just about anything else instead of buying their new games because we're tired of them. We don't want another fucking Starfield where it feels empty. Yeah, the pronouns upset people, but that was the straw that broke the camel's back. That was not the bulk of the issue. It's just like Baldur's Gate 3 had pronouns. I'm not exactly a huge fan of it, but you know what? I don't care. The game itself is a good game. Good mechanics, good story, good character design, nice character designer. Options within the game. So who cares if I can click what I want my pronouns to be? I don't. I'm gonna be honest, I don't. It's just like I didn't really care about Cyberpunk 2077 allowing me to choose my genitals. That was weird. Though, to be fair, they went forward with that in Baldur's Gate 3. sometimes gaming's just getting a little too detailed. I'm not sure why you care what your fictional character's genitals look like. But again, that's different. No, it's the same thing. It's just something that's not as important. As long as my character feels like a fully fleshed out character, I could care less if I can design her vulva. I will just skip that part. Thank you. Yeah, like I said, I'm tired. I'm tired of these people trying to make us, men and women, into these demons of absolute hate. When even if we sit down, you can't sit down with these people and talk rationally because they don't want to listen. So then they push you to yelling, and then you're a bad person for yelling. It is an abuse cycle. It is an abuse cycle that goes through the whole 9 yards. Gaslighting, guilt, defending, and the biggest problem is right now we've reached that point where we are done, where we're just not putting up with it anymore. I'm going to tell you right now, the downside of that is, since they're not being able to manipulate us as easily as they used to, there's going to be an explosion. There's going to be some kind of big all-out attack against gamers in an attempt to win back their previous status. And that's going to be the hard one, because we have to stop letting them pull us back in with this type of bullshit. And I'll be honest, I think people are doing better about it. I do. I think that while people are talking about it, they're talking about it in a different way than they used to. Instead of being mad about it, and saying, fighting the same way they did, we've turned to laughing at them about it. We've heard this so many times, we don't care anymore. What you're saying is not true. Everybody can see it's not true. And you're hilarious for thinking that you can trick us anymore. I think part of my problem right now is I'm not doing enough gaming. I need to get back into more. In regards to that, this Sunday, I plan to do some gaming. So please, by all means, suggest games you would like to see me play. I will put a community post out for people who might like to suggest some things. Maybe I can find something new and fun. We are 3 hours away from being able to do memberships on this channel. I want to thank everybody who has listened and played these videos on repeat to get me there. I genuinely appreciate it. After that, it's just another 1,000 hours to full monetization. I am really proud of how well this has gone, and so grateful to everybody who is here and who is listening to my inane ramblings and the reading I do. I know I've had a lot of comments that say they find my voice soothing. I think you're crazy, but I appreciate the compliment. I am glad that I can in any way be helpful or informative to anybody, and I apologize that this video is neither. It's really just me ranting. That said, if you have any comments about anything I've just said, please go ahead and leave them down below in the comments. And thanks again. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notifications. If you really liked it, you can feel free to share it around, and I will catch you later.